What is good, could people of the channel? It's your Bobbalam, and y'all are going too far with it at this point. It's almost like you're trying to take away the attention from the victims and mourning their losses and trying to make it about yourself. Like, I get people need to protest or whatever, but again, just too far. We're gonna be talking about the Travis Scott situation. I'm tired of it too, believe me. However, I just had to say this to let these mother know, because it's an invasion of privacy. And honestly, it wasn't just one person's fault, Travis Scott. It was a culmination of everybody involved, that everybody was being negligent. Yes, the staff should have had better protocols and guidelines to follow in the situations that occurred. I don't even think they had protocols for such situations of like overcrowding and suffocating people within the crowd. But that doesn't mean that you need to basically dox someone and endanger their life. So essentially, Daily Mail has given us some updates in that Travis Scott was seen for the first time outside of his $14 million mansion in Houston. Like, we needed to know that information. And they had some pictures down here. Like, bro, why is this okay? Sneaking photos of another man. Like, you want his dick? Nah, I'm playing. But the biggest headline was that the 9th victim officially passed away after being officially brain dead on Tuesday. Now I guess her body failed. With a specific piece of information that I gathered from this is that he has up to 60 lawsuits, up to 150 plaintiffs. That means like people trying to sue him. And the total for all these lawsuits is in the billions of dollars. We were talking about last video regarding Travis Scott that their insurance plan only covered up to $26 million, which I can't even fathom that much money. And all the lawsuits were totaling up to $100 million. We're like, oh shit, Travis Scott's low-key fucked. And Live Nation, but billions of dollars, bro. He's gonna have to get Kylie Jenner to help him, because even he doesn't have $1 billion. But I don't think she came to the rescue, because I think they even took Travis Scott out of the newest season of the Kardashians. By the way, because he has so many people sneaking onto his property, taking pictures of him while he's walking outside. Mind you, one of the significant details they just had to mention was that he was wrapped in his $1,600 Hermes blanket. Like, why does that matter, and why is that a surprise? Of course, he got some fancy ass blanket that probably got built-in solar panel heaters, and that's why he's outside. And as I was kind of alluding to before, they have at least 5 security guards that are at home with him for 24/7 security. And why, you may ask? Because if he passes away or somebody takes him out, nobody's getting any of these billions of dollars. But on Twitter today, some woman, I'm not sure who this is, but they posted online themselves and even tagged on like a piece of paper outside of Travis Scott's crib, saying Travis Scott lives here. They said, you destroyed lives, you deserve bankruptcy. At Travis Scott, at Cactus Jack, at Apple Music. What did they have to do with it? I believe they shot the whole concert and live streamed it, so maybe they should have had the right angles, I guess is their argument. Kylie Jenner, she's pregnant, bro. What could she have done? I bet if she had known that people were passing away at the concert, she would have damn went into labor. Live Nation, definitely liable, because they did not have the proper protocols for the staff to follow in the given situation, so you're cool on that one. Energy Park definitely should be held liable if they were a part of the staff. It might have been just a rental and they have no liability whatsoever. But Champagne Poppy, aka Drake, bro, I swear people are just tagging the richest rappers that were performing at the festival so that they can get as much money as possible. If Jay-Z would have been there, they'd probably be going after him more than anybody else. But I believe Rock Nation's actually in a partnership with Live Nation, so maybe they're already copping that billionaire. And then local government and HPD, you failed too. Yes, they did, because there were literally photographs of them taking videos of the festival. Meanwhile, people were getting like CPR in the middle of the crowd. Now, granted, I just don't think the communication was clear or efficient enough, because obviously if these cops and Travis Scott would have known that people were actually dying out there, they would have done something. In fact, I'm gonna show y'all a video right now wherein Travis Scott at this same exact Astro Fest was telling the fans to take care of each other, basically checking up on him, whereas all of these headlines and news corporations are trying to paint Travis Scott as this like terrible person. Now, he does have the previous arrests for inciting a crowd, telling him to sneak in or like mosh pit or whatever, so y'all got him on that, and he made that tweet telling people to sneak into Astro Fest. But people out here are literally trying to portray him as the devil. I'm sure even if he did say he wants to like rage or whatever, he didn't mean for it to go that far. That being said though, I still do think he's partly responsible. I keep saying that. Everybody involved is though. I just don't know why they're going out for blood.
It's the best thing possible. Look at your neighbor. Make sure you give him a hug. Make sure that you always saving the next person next to you. Make sure that you always spread love. The only thing that we do this festival for and everything that we do for life is to give back to this community. So I love y'all so much. Before we go, I just want to see you with one more motherfucking message. Chase me.
Right after he said this, I fell on the floor.
All right, so in this video, somebody literally fell, and then the neighbors, at least in the crowd, helped him up, and Travis Scott even encouraged that type of behavior. And it looks like this was the last song before he finished the whole festival, so maybe he did know and got warned that some people were like going to the medics or whatever. But let's be real here, at literally every single festival this goes down. I've been to Ultra, I've been to Rolling Loud. People literally, before you even go into the festival and give them your tickets, there are people like passed out or like loopy, drunk on all sorts of drugs, with ambulances nearby, talking to police because people try and bring drugs in and shit. So it's a pretty regular occurrence. Now, the deaths are a little much, but I do feel like there have been plenty of deaths at festivals. It just hasn't been publicized as much as Astrofest, just because this one was like a really big tragedy. But all in all, I just feel like the hate for Travis Scott right now is a little too much, seemingly forced, and starting to endanger other people that don't need to be endangered. In fact, it's the next morning and I just found something that was even way more unnecessary than this picture in front of Travis Scott's house. In that, there's apparently a new cryptocurrency called Astro Death Token, where the whole point of it is just saying, fuck Travis Scott, let's make a change, guys, blah, blah, blah. At the bottom, it says 5% of all transactions will go directly to the families of those affected. Bro, if you're really trying to make a difference, send 95% and then 5%, you know, keep for yourself to like pay for the whole initiation of this coin. But 5%, again, people are just trying to profit off this. This is almost worse than the lawyers sending out Instagram ads just to sue Travis Scott and make a profit out of this. They don't care about the families. What does this world come to? This is the dystopia that Travis Scott was talking about. Now, something I wanted to talk about before we head out is that I believe with billions of dollars and hundreds of lawsuits that I expect Travis Scott to be involved in, is that I think with that many lawsuits, it's gonna take years to finish all of those. A lot of them are probably gonna try and get a settlement, or Travis Scott is going to try and sum up a bunch of money and pay them all equally, or depending on their injuries, pay for their medical bills, but also punitive damages worth. That being said, Live Nation is likely gonna put forth a majority of that because it really was their responsibility hiring the staff, the festival producers and directors. Travis Scott was mainly just a performer. But holy shit, I was flabbergasted by billions of dollars. That is absolutely crazy to me. And you already know that we talked about a couple videos ago about Travis Scott, that lawyers are literally putting Instagram ads out so that even if you went to the festival or bought a ticket, they'll sue Travis Scott for you and get the greatest amount of money that they can so that they can get a percentage of it. I can only imagine a lot more people are gonna sue Travis Scott, not just this 60 lawsuits. That seems like not enough. Because remember, there were 50 to 100,000 attendees at this festival. With all that being said, it's been your boy Bobbalam signing off. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this situation. Are people going too far, or should Travis Scott become bankrupt, as well as all the other people that were tagged in that poster in front of his house? Make sure to like and subscribe and join the Bob gang if you would it. Peace out, clap people. No, sir.